Kylian Mbappe may just have cost himself his own career as he turns 27 this year with still no Ballon d'Or to his name, and what makes it worse is that his teammate Vinicius Jr. could be hijacking what ought to be his. Mbappe is a player which since 6 years ago was seen as the heir to the throne of the football world, to inherit the status as the best player from both Ronaldo and Messi. You see, Mbappe has been criticized many times for his personality and also for his perceived ego, as he seems to embody a sense of superstardom observed even through his body language. So it is of no surprise that questions are being asked lately of Mbappe and their mistakes in his decisions he keeps overlooking, which reflects in his performance as he continues in his struggles to command a kind of respect that would have his name inscribed on the golden ballot that he desperately desires. As of the recent international break, where he was ignored by French national team manager Didier Deschamps after initially declining a call-up to the squad, Mbappe has been losing a lot of favor with the French national team as well as the French citizens and football fans, especially after his really poor performance in the last European Championships. It came as a surprise to the football world to see Mbappe booed by his own countrymen who have always considered him their prince of world football. So why is Mbappe struggling so much not only with France, but also at Real Madrid, and how did his ego have anything to do with it? Well, he's not exactly the worst of players, let alone a future Ballon d'Or winner. You would expect better goal scoring in the league games, and a phenomenal running down the spine of anyone who hears of his recent activities. But not so with Mbappe, with a disastrous El Clasico performance losing 4-0 as well as his generous contributions of multiple offsides. We can't say it's entirely his fault that Madrid conceded 4 goals during the game, but Madrid just hasn't been the same team since his arrival. And you can really put a lot of that down to the involvement of Mbappe and his failure to accommodate to the new system. Real Madrid is based on the Galacticos. They are obsessed with superstars, with big names, big moments. They rely on moments of magic from their superstar players. This is where Mbappe would ideally fit in, as a club of such reputation go hand in hand with his brand and image. His first point of conflict is his positional dispute with his teammates Vinicius Jr., with both of them naturally playing the same position. This is always an issue of constant confusion, and it doesn't help matters that Vinicius also sees himself as a potential Ballon d'Or winner, where other players would have given up their role at the behest of a superstar arrival. Vinicius has clung to his role as a right winger, and as an alternative Mbappe has had to settle for a more central role where he's not adequately familiar with. This sudden change in system is definitely one of Mbappe's problems. At the end of the day, this is still Real Madrid, and they will probably be fine by the end of the season. However, it can't be denied by saying that this is very concerning for Mbappe, who should at this stage be fighting for the Ballon d'Or, especially now that Ronaldo and Messi are no longer in the picture. Another point of concern is his finishing. For a player known for his deadly final touch, Mbappe's shot conversion has been disastrous. If you remove the 3 penalties he scored in La Liga, his numbers suddenly don't look impressive. His finishing doesn't match elite strikers like Harry Kane, despite the fact he's taken more shots than almost anyone else in Europe. This has gone ignorant for a while now, and up until it's clear that teams are making changes to their defense specifically to counter Mbappe's strengths and his overall contribution to Real Madrid's attack. Last season, for instance, Madrid scored about a quarter of their lead goals on counterattacks and delivered the balls in the exact situations where Mbappe usually thrives, but this season those numbers have taken a different trajectory, with Madrid only managing 1 counterattack goal so far. As more teams change their strategies and opt for deeper defense, Real Madrid needs to also adapt, and so does Mbappe. We've seen Vinicius adapt to a more creative role as opposed to his pure dangerman role, which saw him end last season with 24 goals. Then there's Jude Bellingham. Structured lineup might help Mbappe shine in the long run, but in the short term, Stephen Knight making Real's attack look more predictable at the moment. The best suggestion for Kylian Mbappe would be to set aside his ever-blinding ambition of lifting the Ballon d'Or and come to the realization that he's actually dealing with defenses designed specifically just to stop him. He needs to focus on contributing unforgettable performances and immeasurable differences to the Real Madrid team, while learning to thrive under pressure, as this season could determine the trajectory of his Real Madrid legacy.